Good afternoon, everyone. Stock Market Sage here on December 20th. Just had an interesting chart come across the Sage's desk, and I thought I'd share it with you. It's an interesting, what's called a recovery chart that talks about where you want to be after a big downturn in the market. So one thing we want to look for is this is the average of the last 4 market declines of over 15%. And it's through November of 2008, so it's pretty relevant here. So what this shows you is, if you come down here, once we hit the trough, meaning the bottom, what recovers the quickest and percentage-wise as each month goes out. So where do you want to be after we have a bottom, although we haven't called a bottom yet, and those are more blind luck than any type of skill. So before the trough, it even starts out here as we head down. What does the worst? Boom. What responds the best? 1 month out, 2 month out, 3 month out. So each cycle is different. I wouldn't take this as any type of anything to bet the house on. But it's very interesting that if you look at the top performers, it's usually tech, information tech. They have the highest PEs, the most distance to the future excitement, we'll call it. So tech leads rallies, or at least leads out of troughs. Now you're going to notice, though, there's a couple interesting things here. Financials seems to be a strong second. When telecom was big, they seem to obviously have 1 and 2 months out. The telecom services rally as it gets to 4, 5, 6, 7 months out. You can see they start to dip, and financials almost shoot out of the gate as quickly as telecom, and then kind of take over right behind tech as the big gainers. Followed by consumer discretionary, you can see starts coming up. Now we're going to go over in the membership side of Stock Market Sage why this chart in 2009, what to look for, and why we might see something different when they rewrite this chart, because there are issues going into this cycle, as you're well aware of, we haven't seen before. So it's a great chart. I'd say look it over. One of the things you definitely want to watch for, obviously down here at the bottom, not that there's anything wrong with recoveries of 7%, is energy and utilities. Now, if you've been following the utilities story, one thing on the membership side you know is that just recently reported 1 out of 10 people are not paying their utility bill now, and that's going into the winter. So we're going to go talk about it, Stock Market Sage. Why financials up at the second position here may not be there this time around. Why utilities down here with their dividends and dividends being called into question may move, and some other things I see in this chart which may give you a place to think about here once the recovery starts. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's a great chart to look at, and we'll talk